uh, uh. Whew. Um, I'm not sure if anyone can hear me or anything, so I'm just gonna wait for everyone to join before I actually talk because I've I've been burned before where I'm talking and no one can hear me. Um, Alexa, turn on stars.
Okay.
Uh, okay, great. Yeah, that was so I couldn't. I was trying to record my Chinese lesson, and I think a little bit of it might have went up, but I because I was using the one camera to take my. I was using the camera in OBS, the broadcast software. It couldn't use the same camera within Skype, so I desperately need someone to tell me how I can record a Skype conversation. I need to find a better way to stream and use my camera's microphone properly. It's really a problem for me. Um, but anyway, I just did my first Chinese lesson. It's a Chinese woman living in Fresno. I guess she told me she lived in Fresno. We only spoke Chinese. It was very taxing, but god damn, is it pleasurable. I can't explain the sheer dopamine rush I get. We only spoke Chinese. I was taxing my Chinese like crazy, making up stuff. The order is a problem. I think the big takeaway from this lesson is that I already knew that times go like all prepositional phrases go before the verb, but durations always go after the verb. So I said I think she understood the hard things that I was trying to say, even though I don't think they were clean. And I don't know. I mean, I'm sure this is just her being kind and being a teacher and being Chinese. I don't know Chinese culture well enough, but she said my Chinese was really good. Again, I take that with a complete, like a whole bag of salt that goes, this grain of salt is not enough. Because while I know that my Chinese is not complete beginner level, I wish I could have. I did. You know what? I did record it. Like I did record it here. So I don't know. I don't know what to do with that because only my voice is being heard, not her voice, because I have my headphones on. So it's kind of worthless. But it's worthless for you guys to hear me speak Chinese when it's not good Chinese. I feel. But yeah, I'll keep working on it. I think she's the right teacher. She had a lot of patience, and she spoke enough and gave me enough room to speak. And oh man, sorry, just coming off the rush. Um, that was rough. Oh my god, I have to go somewhere and like I've just now remembered I'm meeting with my trainer at Fat Burger. So I've never been to Fat Burger, and I took my trainer. His name was Clark. I took Clark to Five Guys one night, and I still haven't heard the end of how bad Five Guys was. Like Five Guys to him is the worst burger ever made on this planet. He said you got to go to Fast Burger or Fat Burger. So I'm going to Fat Burger. I'm meeting him in about 15 minutes, so I'm gonna have to jet pretty soon, unfortunately. Um, anyway, I'm sorry I couldn't stream the entire Chinese thing. I've got to. Those of you that are in the Discord for Polyglot George, if you could, if you know how to record properly, don't just find something. I need somebody that's already done it and can give me the full skills. There's a guy named Nuke Marine that I'm supporting on Patreon, who does Japanese stuff. I'll probably talk to him because he seems to get good recordings of his screen. And I think he streams it live too. Oh. Well, the thing is, if you're exercising properly, you don't have to worry too much about the food that you eat. I have OBS. I am using OBS. Alendi. I am using OBS, and the OBS is either OBS locks up the camera or Skype locks up the camera, and they both can't be used at the same time. and I had to add my camera to OBS so that I could have my voice recorded. Like even right now, my voice is being recorded, I think, by my webcam and not by my camera up here. I mean, I have an awesome shotgun mic, and I don't know if is this mic being I think this is the mic. Yeah, this is the mic being used. I can't figure out how to get. I'll have to play with it one day. The problem is I always try to play with it like right before a class, and I never have enough time. So I am using OBS. I only use OBS. I love Five Guys too, but going with him ruined it for me because it's true that night the burgers were dry. They weren't seasoned. They didn't ask him how you wanted to be cooked. The cheese wasn't melted. I don't think I could ever go again. I just don't think Five Guys is worth it anymore. Sorry. Anyway, that class was pretty sweet. I was showing her the book this is the book that I used in college. I bought the second edition of it. I plan on learning more of this also. This will be the French book that I'm using on Monday. So now it's official. I'm now officially learning 3 languages at once. And not only that, I'm working on improving my Japanese even. Not with a class, but I probably should do it. Oh my God, I should do a Japanese class for like JLPT 1 or something like that. I should do that. Why not? Why not? Why not? So, I'm interested in Chinese. I'm interested in Korean. I'm of course interested in Japanese, but I have zero interest in French. And that's why I'm going to test what will happen. What will happen? The goal is what happens when I start learning a language I don't care about. I don't think French girls are particularly cute, so I don't have any like girl motivation. French, I went to France when I was an interpreter, and I hated it. I did not like French people. In Paris, at least, they were rude. I didn't like them at all, for the record. The nicest people I met in France were Italian people. And I'm sure that people can tell me stories about Italian people being too aggressive and whatnot, because I've seen that on Japanese TV. But I really know nothing about France. I'm not interested in French. I took it in high school and I quit like within a month, I think, of it because I didn't like it. But I did like that France was a beautiful country, but the people were just crappy. They were not nice to me. But of course, I didn't speak any French at the time, so maybe that's why. And my goal when I was in France the last time, like a billion years ago, it's easily 20 plus years ago, because I wasn't even, no, I was actually married then, but it was like really early on in my, I was there interpreting for a Japanese company this is how long ago it was. It's before Bluetooth was a thing, because it was before the Bluetooth spec came out as 1.0, because I was there with the Infrared Data Association as their official interpreter, and we went to Nice. They were having the Bluetooth, they called it the Bluetooth SIG. I forget what SIG stands for, but it's like some group that creates the protocols. And I remember at the Bluetooth SIG, they had the very first Bluetooth headphones, and I put them on and they played something, and it was so bad. It was like you could hear something, but it was like, this was the worst sound you ever heard. And I remember thinking, this is never going to work. But they worked out the bugs, and Bluetooth is, of course, amazing now. But yeah, I went to France, and in France, I was there for an additional 10 days after the event because we couldn't get a flight out. I stayed at the Hotel Nico, which is right on the river there. I think it's the Seine River or the Rhine. I don't know the name of the river, but it's the same river that goes by the Eiffel Tower. And we had problems in France. Like French people were not nice, and we got ripped off at some strip show thing that the Japanese guy took me to for hundreds, if not $1,000. I don't remember. My memory has inflated it probably a lot. I remember though that he did not have enough money to pay them, and they sent him to go get the money, and they kept me there at the strip show, like as like a hostage. They kept me there. Like, I did not have a good time in France. And I think if I know some French, I'm going to love it, because language is dopamine for me. It's been quite a while since I've learned a language from its zero information. And, with Korean, I had a lot of information. If you start Korean after knowing Japanese, you go in with a ton of understanding. You're already 50% there when you start learning Korean. And Chinese, honestly, you have a lot to work with if you know Korean and Japanese because they overlap so much with Chinese because of the characters. So I understand that French will have overlapping with English. I'm sure that's going to help me, and it's going to be refreshing. And I'm excited. I'm very excited to do it. I just really still have no interest in French. But I hope that I will get interest in French. I mean, personally, one of the reasons I have to learn French and some other, like, quote unquote, European languages, I say quote unquote because I was going to say Caucasian language, because in my mind it's a white language, but that's not true, because a lot of non white nations, I guess, speak French. Um, I say that not as a racist, I say that as all of the languages that I know are Asian languages. So the people have a certain look of that country. And this is French look like me because I'm French descendant. They look like me. That'll be the first language that I'm really studying that looks like me, even though I studied Russian for a little bit. I could not keep the interest up in Russian. I couldn't. And also I didn't have an effective, like, start to learning. I didn't, I went too long and I forgot the Cyrillic that I learned. So I didn't really feel like starting that over again. Yeah, Bert Rolls. It's French from zero. But I don't know if you guys know this, but when I started learning Korean, on the Korean from Zero channel was just videos of me trying to learn Korean. Now it's me teaching Korean, but it wasn't in the beginning. It was me learning Korean. But yeah, so the idea is, like, if I learn French, I have a very close country I can go to. I can go to Canada and use French there. My wife would be happy with that. I mean, look, the reality is I love my wife, but we don't share travel abroad because I go to countries she doesn't want to go to. So the sole reason that I decided I want to learn French was for my wife. So we'll see if I can use this book, which I don't like. I've looked at it and I don't like it. It starts right away with being at a hotel. I'm not a fan of the situational books that teach you how to talk at a hotel and at a restaurant. Like, it's too situational. I don't like that. I want to learn how to say go and come, but I don't need to learn how to say check in and check out. You know what I mean? I don't need to learn those sort of things and, like, wake up call and stuff like that. I don't know if that's what it's doing, but yeah. Okay, Billy P, you're right. Spanish does seem like it'd be more interesting, but Spanish is a dime a dozen. Everyone speaks Spanish. Even I, not studying Spanish, know a lot of Spanish because of America. Like, you got Yo quiero Taco Bell. No comprendo español. You've got ¿Dónde estás? Something like, there's a lot that you learn just through being in this country. So it's not special to me. French seems cool. Like, I think if you say, like, okay, I also don't think it sounds cool. Like, it doesn't sound cool to say, I know Italian, French, and Spanish. Because to me, they're all rooted the same. It's like, okay, that's a given. It's the same thing if you say, I know Japanese, Korean, and Chinese. It's kind of rooted the same. They're like a set. And French, Spanish, and Italian, to me, with my uneducated information on those languages, those are sets of languages that you learn, right? But if you say, I know Japanese and French, that seems like completely different. Spanish, yeah, you should know that as an American. I feel like every American should just know Spanish. I'm saving Spanish for when I'm too old to learn a hard language because I feel like Spanish will be easy for me. Anyway, let me see if my trainer hasn't messaged me to say he can't make it or something. Nope. Oh, that was so fun. I knew it. Let's go to FB tomorrow. Need to catch some early sleep. With Spanish, you get Portuguese and Italian for free. Yeah, that's what it feels like, right? That's what it feels like. Well, I guess I don't have to go right away. So now I gotta find another place to eat. Maybe I'll go somewhere with my wife. Or Arisa now that it's Friday. Too bad Mari isn't here. We'd all go hang out or something. Oh, man. I love learning language. That's why I'm excited. I had no interest in Russian either. And then the real reason I started having any interest in Russian was when I went to Mari's high school in her first year of high school. And they showed Russian as an option to learn. And I opened up the book and I was like, oh, yes, this looks so amazing. It's another language to learn. So I'm kind of excited for French. I have zero interest in it. But I think one thing that's great is there's no new characters to learn, really. It's just learning how to read what they wrote. Like apparently the cest is se. So se est. C'est très facile. I don't know what that means. In the street, a lady is asking a policeman the way. Yeah. A lot of letters are silent, apparently, in French. Am I going to go to North Korea someday? Yeah, I cannot wait to go to North Korea. I think my number one place I want to visit on this planet is North Korea. I want to speak with North Korean people. I was just talking about this with Reed, the co-author of Korean from Zero. We were working on Korean from Zero. And we talked about how freaking awesome it would be to go to North Korea. To get on a train from Seoul, get off at Pyongyang. Oh my God, that would be fantastic. N. Twain Jackson, can you do more of the Junisai game? Yeah, you know what? I can. I will. You watched it like 50 times? That's a lot of times. But yeah, I can do that. I might move the gaming stuff to Polyglot George. That way there won't be a lot of pressure for me to go hardcore teaching, and I can actually play, enjoy, and teach at the same time. Only calling it... Like, I started playing that Yoru no Naikuni game that I introduced the other day. And I think I said this. I might have said this, but I don't think I'm going to do the entire game live. I'll do part of it where I look at it myself, get a feel for what words are there that I don't know, learn those words, and then I can more effectively teach you. Because a lot of games have words that are not going to be used anywhere else. Like the way that they're calling the particular type of demons. They've probably given them their own names that are not part of Japanese language. So I don't want to waste time feeling inadequate, not knowing... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong camera. Not knowing those words. So I think I'll do a partial run through, come up with a good word list, and then I'll run through it again and then get to new parts of the game. Because I do like discovering new things while I'm playing the game. And that Yoru no Naikuni game is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Like, the dialogue of that game was very easy. It was the stuff in between that I didn't get. Like, when they're explaining the story, the narrative portions of things are hard. And they go fast. There's no time to really parse anything you don't know. Anyway. I don't know what to do now. Sitting here doing nothing. I have nothing to do. I was going to go to Fatburger. Bummed out a little bit. Alexa, turn on lanterns.
Okay.
That's better. Do I have any Japanese podcasts to recommend? Yeah, actually, there's a new one that I need to recommend. It's called give me a second. It's called OK Koji Up or something like that. Because the one that I used to always recommend, Sokomade Yuka, got canceled. Or I don't know, like the show ended and the guy moved over to another one. to his own. He became like the headliner there. It's called Ida Koji no OK Koji Up. So let's see. Come on, focus. Come on, focus. It can't handle that level of close. Okay, look up. OK Cozy Up. COZY Up. It's Ida Koji no OK Koji Up. And it's the same style as the Sokomade Yuka.
4月30日月曜日、今日の天気は晴れのち曇り。日本放送飯田浩司の OK コージーアップ。朝6時を過ぎました。おはようございます。日本放送アナウンサーの飯田浩司です。
おはようございます。アシスタントの日本放送アナウンサー新業一華です。
さあ4月最後ですけれども、もうゴールデンウィーク中のお休みでもあります。今日は振り替え休日、8時まで生放送飯田浩司の OK コージーアップ、いつも通りの生放送でお送りしてまいります。上柳アナウンサーもずっと喋ってましたが、昨日今日と、日本放送のラジオのお祭りラジオパークが、日比谷公園で行われております、はい。今日も8時からこの後柿花忠あなたとハッピーの公開生放送を皮切りとして、いろんな番組の公開の生放送やイベント、そしてさまざまなブースも出ておりますんで、また日比谷公園で、日本放送スタッフ
I would have loved to go to that. My God, I would love to meet this guy. Like, I've listened to so much of him talking that at Hibiya Park they were having some sort of radio festival thing. I would have loved. I wonder if he would have been there. That would have been so cool. I just say, hey, thank you, man. I really appreciate the content. But this really just started like 2 or 3 weeks ago. This brand new one. And the voice, the Sokomade Yuka, is no longer available. There's no new episodes. The last new episode was, March 29th. I also found another girl. This one is called Minna no Kenko Sodan. And I listened to her, but the other one that I like is... So this one, I was trying to find some. This is an okay one. She's okay. Let me just fast forward here.
教委員会委員長でいらっしゃいます小平博先生にお話をお伺いします。小平先生、おはようございます。
おはようございます。小平です。
今日よろしくお願いいたします。
よろしくお願いします。
小平先生。
You can't get any more clean than that. よろしくお願いします。よろしくお願いします。Like, it's so proper, this level of speaking. That is called みんなの健康相談. Everyone's health consultation. The content is pretty boring, but I like this one a lot. The Judy one that I've recommended it so many times, and I love listening to it. Even with my wife, it is so fun to listen to this. It's a girl giving advice to men, and the subtitle of her show is 野獣でも美女が捕まえられるテクニック. Techniques so that even a beast can capture a beauty. So she's talking about girls' heart and she'll basically, she has a guy helps her out, and the guy will relay to her the question that will relay to her. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong camera the whole time. I apologize. The guy will relay to her the question that the guy has, and they talk about it back and forth, and she gives answers about why what that guy did was wrong or what he could do to improve his relationship with the girl. And actually, you learn a lot about male-female relations, and it's just fun to listen to.
のオフィシャルサイトにアクセスし恋愛婚活スタイリストのジュリです。私は本気で婚活をしている男性の方に女性にモテるコミュニケーションの方法を女性目線で伝授し、年間1万人の男性の彼女作り、婚活のサポートをさせていただいています。ポッドキャスト恋愛婚活スタイリスト。
So one thing I made a mistake on, and I realized this the other day. Before when I've introduced this, I said konkatsu, which I thought meant a married lifestyle, but it's not. That's actually someone who's looking to get married. It's konkatsu. So I thought it was that she was I thought that her thing was about love and married life, but it's actually love and people trying to get married. Like she's all about love and people that are actively trying to get married. That's what her specialty is. So if you look up Juri, you'll probably find out it's 恋愛婚活の専門家ジュリ。婚活, yeah. It's like 結婚活動, right? 結婚 means marriage and 活動 means activities. So it's activities to get married. So she's really for those people that are looking for love and looking to get married. I keep looking at the wrong camera. I'm so sorry. I'm such a jerk. You know, Burnt, I'm just not a fan of listening to something that's tailored for people that are learning Japanese. I'm not a fan of that. So I know there's bilingual news, but I don't want to get that cheat sheet. I don't want a safety net of English coming up later. I only want the Japanese or only want the Chinese. Like I listen to, while we're here, because this is Polyglot George, this is what I listen to in Chinese all the time.
404还没有说。
我最近的话就是买了蛋总说的那个40代最强主机位优，然后
50包邮卖给了我。
然后准备再多买几个手柄，然后一个人做得完。
So this is called Meiyoisu Radio, and it's really good. It's good because it's people talking. That's what I want. I want people talking. I even have a Russian one. I haven't found any French ones. I haven't searched yet, but I'm gonna have to. I have tons of new Japanese ones that I found, but none of them I really like so much. Today I learned how to say, you see how the exhaustion's starting to hit? I learned how to say, for example, it's, biru. I needed to learn how to say that, for example. This is a Russian one that I found.
Махнул он рукой. Да тут одному. Как надавал по шиям. А пойдем погуляем, предложил я. Ура! Сказал мальчик папа и рванул на улицу. Когда я вышел из подъезда, он уже сидел на дереве и махал мне оттуда рукой.
So this is like storytelling. It's not conversation back and forth. Thank you, Ryan. Ryan, if you are, what's your username in our Discord? I'm going to make you an admin. You have earned admin status in the Polyglot George Discord. I'm going to type it up here. I think this is it. I think it's that. No, that wasn't it. Sorry. I remember it was the other way. Hang on. I should make both of those work, though. Try that, guys. See if that's it. I'm checking now. That might be the one. I don't know. Let me know if that's the right one, guys. All right, and let me find Ryan, because I am going to make Ryan our very first admin. He earned it by helping out above and beyond anyone else. He took time to do that, and I appreciate that a lot. That shows a very cooperative spirit. I'm not finding you, though. What is your display name, Ryan? Say hi to me, Ryan. Give me a private message, please. I can't find you. I don't know where you are, mate. Papang. I feel like I had something like that. Give me a second. I got it for an English textbook at one point that I bought. No. Nope, I don't have it. Okay, there you go. All right, let's make this guy an admin. Do I even have an admin role in here? I don't think I have an admin role. Let me make an... Can I just add admin? Oh, I don't have any roles. Hang on, I'm going to have to make roles here. We're going to have to finally develop this channel. Let's see. Server settings. Okay. Roles. How do I create a new role? Okay. New role is called oh, I should create a polyglot role too for anyone that can speak well at least 2 additional languages. I think we could call you a polyglot. So you have to speak 3 languages total, and I can make a polyglot role. So we'll say admin, and your color will be green. Display role numbers separately. Yes. Allow anyone to mention this role. Yes. General permissions. Administrator. Done. Okay. And there we go, our first admin. That's how you get to be an admin. By helping out, by being awesome. Thanks. Thanks, Funyun. Yeah, Ryan. No, Ryan, it's the JFZ is different. I actually have a bunch of admins for that, and I have people in charge of that. What we're doing right here on Polyglot George, this is basically like, Polyglot George is just George. It's not a company behind it. It's just me being me, okay? So I feel like it's a lot more personal. Like I was up there at 3 a.m. last night talking to Nicholas and Joseph, I believe, and one more guy. We were just chatting, randomly talking about life. It's just... Polyglot George is not a corporate thing. It's just me talking. So it's kind of like, I'll kick you out quicker from Polyglot George, trust me. If you're a jerk, I'll just kick you out, and there'll be no way back in, because it's my personal thing. Japanese from Zero, there's a process. But I appreciate it, Ryan. I thank you so much. Yeah, Polyglot George one is personal. We don't have to be politically correct in here. Oh, all right. Well, I think I'm going to end the stream because I've already said my first impressions of my Chinese class. It was excellent. I'm definitely going to hire her again. I think I paid $23 for the class. It was completely worth it. It's better than having to go to the college here. Because as I explained to her, we didn't really speak a lot of Chinese in my class at college. I didn't enjoy it. Look at what's happening with my vein over here. Oh my God. Look at that. That is disgusting. Can you see that? Oh my God, I'm getting older. Look at that. Ugh. It's probably going to have a brain aneurysm. I don't think that's because of Chinese, because it was looking like that before I did the Chinese class. Disgusting. Old man Tremblay. Having a stroke, yes. No, the class, I tried to do it, but I've got to figure out how to make the stream have the full class. Also, I actually probably need to I didn't even think about it, but I've got to probably get permission from her. I actually didn't get permission from her, so it was good that I cut it off when I did. I got permission from the Korean teacher to stream her stuff, so that one's online. I did that earlier today, but I'm not, I've probably, the problem is people for some reason get weirded out by being on YouTube. So I actually probably need to ask her. So I'll do that. My crypto portfolio, how's that going? A lot better, I'll tell you what. But I did stop my auto purchasing. I was auto purchasing $200 worth of Bitcoin every month, every week. Oh yeah, it's up. I'm definitely doing a lot better. My Ethereum looks like it's almost ready to be back into money making. Ripple's doing great. Litecoin, oh, I'm back in the positive on Litecoin. My Tron is up. My Monero is down. IOTA is down. Extra Bytes, Redcoin, Doggycoin, Electroneum are all down. But overall, my more than half of my portfolio is on the up now. So yeah, I'm doing good. It's doing better. Once it hits 3 or 4 billion, I'm gonna cash out. I'm waiting for 3 or 4 billion. That's my minimum. Yeah, go to italki, man. It's worth it. It's worth that. I've got a Korean teacher there now, a Chinese teacher there. I'm actually planning on finding a Japanese teacher there that is high level, to start cleaning up improving my Japanese. And then I have a French teacher also, so I've got all of those. All right, guys. 감사합니다. 谢谢. I don't know how to say. Is it merci? Merci. I don't know if that's right. And what else? ありがとうございました. じゃあ 다음에 봐요. See you next time. Bye.